and welcome to another JavaEE tutorial. If you'll recall, last time we ran the project that we had set up in the first tutorial, and that gave us this web page that we could view on our computer in our web browser. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering where that URL came from. Like, where did we get all of this resources ping, and does it just do this automatically? Does it just say enjoy JavaEE 8 if you create a JavaEE project? Well, actually the answer is no, and I'm going to show you right now where the code for that is. So if you've been following along and you created the project using the same Maven archetype, just open your code editor. I'm going to go back to mine, NetBeans, and look in the source folder. You're probably used to seeing this, and then main, and then you're going to want to look under Java, because this is actually all just written in Java. And then com airhacks is the package, and then this package ping boundary, and then open this ping resource.java. So there's that string that we saw in the browser. Enjoy JavaEE 8. Okay, let's try running this and changing this to our classic hello world. So save that file, and then switch back to the terminal as you did last time. And this is assuming that you're already in your project directory. And I want you to do, again, just like we ran it before, Maven clean Wildfly-Swarm run. You guys are going to need to get used to this, because you will have to reload the server fairly often just to show the changes that you just made. We'll get into some ways of kind of mitigating that problem and getting rid of that delay later, but for now, just assume that you will have to do that. Now, I already left my browser at this page, so I'm actually going to just refresh the page, and now it says hello world, just like it showed in our code. That's pretty cool, right? I mean, you can actually have a little API that returns some text that you want. But obviously, I think we want to get a little deeper into it. So how does it know that it's ping? Well, it's not actually the method name. It's this path annotation. So these at, path, at, get that you see on this class, those are something called annotations. Those are sort of you could think of them as like an advanced Java language feature, and they are there to provide information about the class that can be read by other code. That gets kind of advanced, like how to do that, and I might do some tutorials on how to write annotations and how to make them do things, but for now, just know that when you're doing JavaEE, this is just a JavaEE thing. If you put at path and then something like this, you'll make that part of the URL. So let me show you just an example. I'm going to change this method name to hello world, just so you can see it's not ping. So I'm going to kill the project with Control-C in the terminal, and then I'm going to run Maven clean Wildfly-Swarm run again, and you're going to see this is not going to change. So I'm going to refresh just to show you the server is not running. And we're just going to have to wait one moment. Okay, Wildfly-Swarm is ready. Alright, it still says hello world, and the URL is still ping. Even if I put hello world, it doesn't know where to find that. We get a 404. So, okay, let's change this. Let's make this called my path. Kill the server, restart it. now if we do ping again, we get a 404. But if we type what I typed in the IDE, my path, all lowercase, we get our hello world method. That's pretty cool. So, okay, that's fine and all, but what if I want to have like kind of a long URL? Like, what if I want to have, and what if I want to have more stuff? So let's add another path annotation to the method. Say hello. Reload the server by killing it and running this Maven clean Wildfly-Swarm run command again. All right, let's go back to our browser, refresh. So it's no longer at, the method is no longer at my path. It's now at resources my path slash say hello. Now we get our string back. Okay, you're probably thinking, that's pretty cool. Now, what about this resources thing? So resources is actually coming from this file right here, Jax-RS configuration. It's one of the classes that comes in your project. And this, the application path, is where we get this part of the URL. So what this is saying is that any REST API should go underneath this path. And so if we wanted to just deploy a JavaEE application that didn't have a web UI at all, we could put it on the root path by just doing this. So let's go ahead and run it that way, so you can see what I mean. Alright, so now the application path, let me see, can I split this?
That's not how the Force works.
So, alright, recall that we deployed it on the root path. So the way that this works is your application path annotation is like the base URL for your REST API. So we're going to take the base URL, which is just the slash, which is the root, and then we're going to add to it the annotation on whatever class that we're using. So, okay, so we get rid of resources. So we take our root path, and we're going to add my path to that. And keep in mind, even though there's no slash in here, each one of these path annotations will be separated by a slash. So the root, then my path, then another slash, and then say hello. And we get our hello world back. All right, so that's some of the basics of how to get some code running on a JavaEE server and a little simple REST API going. That also kind of shows you some of the structure of the project and a little bit about what's going on. In order to go a little more in depth, let's go to the next tutorial to see about hooking up some more sophisticated code and maybe some other HTTP methods. Thanks for watching.